You have made it to the Grand Place de Quinconces. This is the largest city square, not only in Bordeaux and France, but in the whole of Western Europe. This square covers a mighty 126,000 square meters, and it's crowned by the inspiring Girondist column, a column we'll talk more about later. The square is on the site of the old Château Trompette, the Castle Trumpet. This castle was built after the 100-Year War as a way to protect Bordeaux against future English aggression. The castle was demolished in the early 19th century and made place for this magnificent square, which was built shortly after the demolition. The name Place de Quinconces comes from the original formation of the tree planted on the square. A quinconce is a geometric pattern consisting of 5 points, 4 of them forming a square or a rectangle, and the 5th at its center, much like the number 5 on a regular die. The centerpiece of the square is of course the mighty pillar, the Girondist column. During the later stage of the 19th century, municipal council decided to raise a monument at the western end of the square. After having considered several other projects, it was decided to raise a monument in honor of the Girondists and the triumph of the Republic. The Girondists was a small revolution deputy group with their seat here in Bordeaux, a group whose members later were branded as traitors and enemy of the country by the new regime they helped bring to power. The majority of them were executed. The 43-meter-high column and its surrounding fountains were erected between 1894 and 1902. If you look at the top of the column, you will see a large bronze statue of a winged lady with a broken chain in one of her hands. This statue depicts liberty breaking free from the chains of oppression. In her other hand, she holds a laurel branch, which symbolizes the victory of the Republic. Below her, you can, if you look closely, see an inscription in the column reading RF. This is a symbol which can often be seen at Republic monuments and stands for République Française. At the base of the column, you can see one of the symbols of France, the Gaelic rooster, also known as the French cockerel. The cockerel is a symbol of France's history, land and culture, and has been used ever since the Middle Ages. While the column itself is beautiful, it is the fountains on the sides which often get the most attention. The fountains are based around massive bronze sculptures. On the south side of the column, you have Le Triomphe de la République, the triumph of the Republic, and on the other side, Le Triomphe de la Concorde, the triumph of agreement. The seahorse-drawn chariot symbolize peace and happiness, while the men getting overthrown in front of the chariot symbolize lies and ignorance. The combination of the flowing water and sculptures full of life gives an impression that the seahorses are leaping out of the water towards you in a spectacular fashion. The bronze statues were dismantled by German troops in search of metal during the Second World War. These statues were however found in 1944 in the French city of Angers. They were then brought back to Bordeaux and later reinstalled. On the other side of Place de Quinconces, you will find 2 lesser columns, which together form the east entrance to the square. These columns were raised in 1829 in neoclassical style. If you later take a look at them, you will see that both are decorated with anchors, the mark of the Roman god of trade, the Mercury Caduceus, and above that a guiding star. These all mark what the columns celebrate, which is trade and navigation. On both sides of the square, in between the Girondist Monument and the eastern columns, you can find white marble statues of Montaigne and Montesquieu. Montaigne was born close to Bordeaux and was one of the most influential writers during the French Renaissance, while Montesquieu was a political thinker who was active in Bordeaux's parliament. Today, Place de Quinconces is a square of many activities. Fun fair and markets are set up on a regular basis, and concerts, sporting events, and other gatherings are often held at this mighty square. The square has also been a centre of transportation since the installation of the tram network in 2003. Now that you know more about the history of this impressive square and its monuments, I wish you a great time